back to the Popcorn Daily, where there's so much jizz popping up all over the internet. Trust me on this one, guys. You're gonna want every sip of this. So let's talk about Jamie Foxx on today's edition of Buzz and Cruise. Who is Jamie Foxx? Last year, he had a serious health emergency. He suffered a stroke and ended up in the hospital fighting for his life. And now, some people are saying that it wasn't just some random health problem. The popularly known actor, singer, and all-around funny guy, Jamie, recently went through something really scary. Word on the streets has it that Jamie was actually poisoned. And the only person responsible for this is no other person than the almighty Diddy. According to some sources, Diddy might have something to do with what happened to Jamie. This is starting to sound crazy, but I can assure you there's a lot more to the story. It all started when Jamie was hanging out at some of Diddy's wild parties. You know, his kind of parties where things get really out of hand. Jamie supposedly saw too much and knew way more than he should have. And that made him a target. A guy named Big Homie, who used to be Diddy's bodyguard, came forward and said he believes Diddy was behind the whole thing. Big Homie didn't hold anything back. He said that Diddy actually paid people to go after Jamie. According to him, Diddy wanted to finish off Jamie because he was afraid Jamie knew too much about what went down at those private events. Before Jamie even got sick, he had a feeling that something bad was about to happen. He secretly met up with the FBI and told them he was in danger. He warned them that someone was out to get him. You know the law, that without proof they can't act. The FBI took the notice and also made him understand that without real evidence, they couldn't really do much. Sadly, just about some days later, Jamie had his health emergency and ended up in the hospital. Now, if you remember when the news first broke that Jamie was sick, it was a huge shock. This news didn't go down well with many. As he seemed totally healthy before that, lots of people were left confused. As for the media, they also went nuts for some time. Jamie's family did everything to keep it a secret. They were very, very secretive. It wasn't even clear at first what exactly had happened to him. Some folks thought he was dead because there was very little information coming out as to what happened to him. Real quick, fam, if you're that type that live for the wild twists, the untold truths, and the drama they never want you to see, hit that subscribe button right now and join us here at the Daily Popcorn, where we serve the pop, the buzz, and the raw truth behind the glam. Don't just watch the video, be part of it. Like, share, and stay locked in, because you won't believe the next sauce coming in. Later, Jamie recovered and decided he was going to speak up. He then made a video for his fans.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that's prayed, man, and sent me messages.
Jamie said he didn't want people to see him as weak, so he stayed silent.
But to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. You know, I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying.
You could even tell just by looking at him that he had been through a lot. He looked so tired, emotional, and a little different. In the video, Jamie also made it clear that he wasn't paralyzed or blind, like some rumors were saying. But he had more things to talk about, and they need to be said. That he wasn't ready to talk about it yet, which is quite understandable. He even added that sometimes he would be in his corner and just start crying. Because everything that has happened was still shocking to him. So after Jamie was able to share that emotional video with his fans, a lot of people thought, okay, maybe he's fine now. But behind the scenes, there was still a lot of strange things happening. Even though Jamie said he was okay, we don't usually see him out there like he used to be. You don't see him at big events, no red carpets, no talk shows, nothing. It seems like he is purposely staying away from the spotlight. So, more and more people started talking about Diddy and his connection to Jamie's health scare. A lot of them were saying that Jamie might have been scared to say too much because he knows Diddy is so powerful. People who know Diddy's world quite well say that once you get involved with him, it's not so easy to just walk away. They claim there are secrets Diddy doesn't want getting out, and Jamie might have been someone who knew everything. So Big Homie wasn't the only one dropping bombshells. Other insiders who knew Diddy began hinting that Diddy was running some kind of underground operation. They said he had dirt on a lot of celebrities, not just Jamie, and that's how he kept control of them. Some of these guys said that's why nobody in the industry talks bad about Diddy publicly, because they're scared. There were also whispers that Jamie had been invited to one of Diddy's exclusive parties right before he got sick. And according to people close to Jamie, he was uncomfortable with what he saw there. Like, really uncomfortable. Here's the tea. Jamie was planning to expose everything he witnessed, and that's when the real trouble started. To make things even creepier, there's word on the street that Jamie's medical emergency wasn't just a random stroke. The word is that something was slipped into his drink at one of those parties. They think it was a setup, that someone made sure Jamie would meet his end. But eventually he ended up in the hospital and decided to stay quiet afterward. Meanwhile, Diddy tried to change the narrative by focusing on his businesses. He announced new projects, made big donations, and even talked about giving back to the community. But did this work? It didn't really work because the public wasn't buying it. Every time Diddy posted something positive, the comments were filled with people bringing up Jamie's name and asking what really happened. Insiders say that Jamie's inner circle was still being super careful. They were making sure Jamie stayed out of the spotlight and only trusted a few close people. There was even talk that Jamie was working on a secret project, maybe a book or a documentary, where he would finally tell the truth. But nobody knew for sure if or when he'd feel safe enough to release it. And as if things weren't wild enough, another name popped up. Cassie. You remember Cassie, right? She was Diddy's longtime girlfriend. Well, after they split, she stayed really quiet for years. But around the same time all this drama with Jamie was happening, Cassie suddenly started speaking out. She didn't drop too many details, but she hinted that her time with Diddy wasn't all glitz and glam. Some fans believe that Cassie knows way more than she's saying, and that she could be a key player if the truth ever comes out. All of this kept building up, and it felt like something huge was about to break. Fans, bloggers, and even some celebrities were buzzing, waiting for someone, anyone, to finally spill everything. But at the same time, there is this heavy feeling, like everyone knew speaking out could come with serious risks. Thanks for tuning in to the Daily Popcorn. If you love today's scoop, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and drop your hottest takes in the comments below. And don't go anywhere. Tomorrow we're unlocking the jaw-dropping truth about the next big story.